Okay, let me welcome you to the class. Today is the 6th of June 2017, and we will be taking on our discussions on Internet of Things and also contemporary developments in hardware and in laptop devices and mobile devices. So, as I indicated in the chat window, Bida you will be starting with Internet of Things, and then we'll have Solomon Abam, and we'll just take it from there. So, once again, welcome. We will then let's invite Bida to make his presentation. I think what we must do is to go and take on Bida's PowerPoint slides and take it from there. Are we set? Is Billy set?
Yes, sir. I'm set.
You are set. Very good. Let me just try to get your file. Internet of Things. Good. That's the one. So you have the floor to make your presentation.
Good evening, class.
Good evening.
Going straight to the second slide. For the topic, Internet of Things and impact on education delivery in the next 10 years. I'm going straight to the next slide. That's the third slide, which talks about the definition. What is Internet of Things? Internet of Things is becoming an increasing growing topic of conversation, both in workplace and education. Can simply be said to be the connectivity via the internet of computing devices embedded in everyday objects, enabling them to send and receive data.
Yep.
Are we all together?
Go ahead.
When I want to talk briefly about the see the name on the slide there, Kevin Hastings.
Which slide are you referring to? We have asked you to be telling us the slides. No, slide number what?
I mentioned it, sir. 4. I mentioned it, sir.
Okay, sorry, please.
Kevin Hastings supposedly coined the phrase Internet of Things while working for fraudsters and gamblers in 1999. He led the auto hiding centers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Hey man, don't murder that name. Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Massachusetts, yes. MIT. That's where I had some training. Yeah.
The history cannot be said without talking about the history of computer, which we all know about. We started in providing direct communication since the telegraph. The first landline was developed in 1830s and 1840s.
Which slide are you referring to? Please, I've mentioned it to you.
Yes,
no. Don't tell me you mentioned it because I'm following you very closely. Tell us the slide you are on.
I'm still on slide 4, sir. I'm just giving some brief support based on that slide.
2 minutes gone. 2 minutes gone out of 8 minutes. 2 minutes gone.
Slide 5. Some concepts that has been referred to as Internet of Things. I will just mention 3 out of them there. Internet of Things can also be regarded as machines to machine. And lastly, it can also be referred to web of things. All these are in support of the concept of Internet of Things. I'm moving. How will Internet of Things work? Yes, based on the description of the history, the Internet of Things, which I said refers also to Internet of Everything, consists of all the web-enabling devices that are connected all over the place. What matters most is that it refers to the ever-growing network of physical objects and IP address, that is Internet Protocol, for connectivity and communication that occurs between the object and other internet enabling devices and systems. I'm moving on to the next slide, which is slide picture showing the next level that we are, the level that we are now. Presently, we might not be able to see this in some of the public schools, but overseas are impacting in education. I'm moving to slide 8 now, sir.
Good.
Challenge. If you want to look at the topic again, it says Internet of Things and the impact on education delivery in the next 10 years. I cannot but at least mention some of the challenges that we could face. I must mention here that if one thing can prevent the Internet of Things from transforming the way we live and work, it from the slide 8 that we are now, Internet of Things offers a lot of advantages to teachers and to students. But its novelty leaves some establishment concern about its implementation. To successfully integrate the devices in the classroom, an education provider will need to have capabilities such as the reliable Wi-Fi and bandwidth, available devices for students, network analytics, and more. The educational organization must ensure that both its IT equipment and teaching technology support the use of the Internet of Things in the classroom and in the environment. However, there are not only the conceivable and teaching strategy support. As these devices begin, I also quickly want to move to the next slide 9. The future, based on the topic, we are looking at 10 years ahead.
That's correct.
Just the technology has shaped what we live in. It will continue to shape how many students learn about the world and how many function within it. Envision a more mobile, engaging, and a measurable method of education that can potentially provide knowledge to a greater number of students in a manner that is learning and style. Let me give an example from societies that have been using I'm taking America as an example.
You have about a minute. You have about a minute, Billy.
Students spend 425 hours in class. But out of this, the Internet of Things can be able to minimize the time and the luminance of the store. Second, I'm taking to the next slide.
Yes.
Education.
Yeah.
Internet of Things can do this perfectly. And the next slide, which I'm on slide 11, attendance will be recorded automatically. If you are all connected in the class, then the 12th slide, potential to remove barriers. Most of the barriers that we are engaging in education now can be removed if we can all connect to the Internet of Things. And these are my references. Thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, thank you. Let's applaud him. Let's give him some applause. Yeah, Gwede, you have done very well. So you kept well within time. We are going to take a couple of questions. So any question from anybody? Adima Lawal, any question? Yeah, Solomon, any question? Busayo, any question? Jerry, any question? Okay, let me ask Gwede just one question. How far are we in Nigeria about Internet of Things in terms of connectivity of everything? How far do you think we are? And in 10 years, how far do you think we will have gone? Gbede, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to take that question from the perspective of our society, Nigeria and Africa in general.
Okay.
We are closer. We are tools, the gadgets, that make up the Internet of Things, we are already making use of them. So I want to say the Europeans, the Western world, are much more closer because they have been experiencing their
Yes.
fully in it.
Yes.
But as a result of some of the things that have been hindering the performance in Africa or in Nigeria are electricity and finance.
Okay. Now, thank you very much for your response. You really have not responded accurately because I'm asking you, how far will we be in 10 years? You said it very clearly that we already have many of those elements in place. We have connectivity on a number of our devices, but we don't have connectivity on a larger number. Internet of Things will mean our television, our refrigerator, all of these things should be connected. The straightforward answer is that in the next 10 years, we will have moved very, very far, but we won't have moved far enough to ensure that everything is interconnected. So thank you very much, Gbeleyi. From the scheme that we listed, I think the next presenter will be, let's see who now. Solomon, you have the floor to present your paper. If Solomon is not ready, are you ready, Solomon?
I'm ready, sir.
Okay, let's try to locate your.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm trying to locate your slide, and then we'll take it from there. Yeah, I've loaded your PowerPoint file. So please go on, Solomon. Solomon, go on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Internet of Things. I want to discuss Internet of Things, which can also be called Internet of all things. I mean everything. This is a platform where we are looking at connecting people, processes,
Solomon,
sir.
please remember that I said I should be referring us to particular slides. Your slides are
sir.
very, very, very poor. I use 4 verys, very, very poor. This is not how to do PowerPoint presentation. You've done it as if you just copied and pasted Microsoft Word on them. That's not good enough. Please, as a master student, learn how to do simple PowerPoint file presentation. PowerPoint presentation. So lead us slide by slide.
I am in slide 2.
Very good. Go ahead.
In slide 2, I'm saying that we are to be referred to as Internet of Everything, which is a platform that connect people, data, processes, and things together, so that we have a better and reliable connectivity, which can turn information into action and bring richer experiences and unprecedented economic opportunities for business, individual, and country. Move to the next slide, slide 2, 3. Go to slide 3.
Yes, we are there.
We are talking about my presentation here is tailoring Internet of Things, place of Internet of Things in education. So I have 4 pillars of Internet of I can create an educational system that will empower new generation of digital citizens to understand technology and what Internet of Things to shine societal impact of widespread adoption and the right application of information that is that higher education programs must they produce net engineers that will understand how to design and build technological systems that will reflect our total expertise education form aim of is very flexible so that both the systems or the objects, that the physical objects, the people without any constraints. So, sir, I'm moving to slide 4.
Okay. Go ahead.
Slide 4, there has been a projection made from 2013. And on that slide, you see a table. A table is listed under the column of 2013. We are looking at the physics. We are
Yes.
looking at one-time function in one location, starting linear and content with no control. Firstly, instructional to all, and hub decision making. Then under 2007, which is the year that we are, because this projection was done for 4 years.
Are we in 2007 or 2017?
It was done from 2013 to 2017, sir.
Better, yes.
Yeah, 2007. So under there we have scale teachers and best quality of instruction. Any device, anywhere. Scale content, recordable and replicable instruction. Anytime, any bad many.
Yeah, round up in 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. Since I don't have time, so I'm looking at the implication of Internet of Things in education.
Yes.
That so many, few educational institutions are to learn and to reach out and connect to one another, so that sharing of ideas, information could be possible and done in a very short while. That is required so that the power of Internet of Things can realize and learning can become more authentic and relevant through engagement beyond the classroom, because we are looking at learning beyond the class, where we can speak like what we are doing now is an example of what we are saying. The work of Internet of Things, that we can now stay at home and learn while our lecturer is on.
Yeah, by the way, I'm in Accra. By the way, Solomon, I'm in Accra, Ghana, as we speak. Yeah, so I could be anywhere in the world because of the internet fast connection. Yes, go ahead. Round up now.
Okay, sir. So the 4 pillars I mentioned earlier were people, processes, data, and things. Now, the people, we are talking about those who are participating in any activity, multiple devices via the internet, that can share a lot of ideas and a lot of things together. So I am in slide 7.
Yes.
Slide 7, we talk about the processes. In processes, we say the process play a very important role in connecting people, data, and things together, so that content delivery will be successful. And that is the is doing for us, that we should be able to deliver our content without having issues or hiccup. Now we talk about data, and when we say data, we are referring to the things that are, which is the information that we send to and fro between people. That is the data. Then I'm moving to slide 8, sir.
Yeah, round up now. Round up.
Okay, sir. Things, which are the physical items that are connected to the internet and through people, through some. And that is another important issue that Internet of Things try to establish or to do, that we are hoping that in the education, as we move along with it, like Mr. Beleye have said, in making sure that our education work beyond the classroom.
Okay, so as you round up, I can see that you are looking at the key factors for successful implementation of Internet of Things in education. Is it IOE or IoT on your slide?
Sir, yes, sir. It's IoT.
Is it E or T?
You can call it IoT. That's Internet
things
of
or in terms of
everything.
everything.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. So you are looking at security, you are looking at data integrity, educational
Yes, sir.
policies, and all of that. You know, since what you should do is, you see, you have only 8 minutes. The heart of the matter for you are these areas that you've just left that I'm doing for you. So next time when you are presenting, just know where the meat is. The other bits, if you had 8 minutes, spend 1 minute on them and then focus your 7 minutes on these very crucial areas. In any case, you have done very well, and I'm quite happy about your presentation. So let's have comments for Solomon or questions for him. Yes, Lawa, Busayo,
No question, sir.
okay, Ugoke, yeah, Jeremiah, Jeremiah. I'm not going to waste time. If you can't respond quickly, I'll move on to the next. Jeremiah, Gbeleyi,
Ahmed, my question is simple, sir.
yes.
Mr. Abraham, can you give us an idea of how many devices are being connected so far?
Okay, so
In
Solomon,
Nigeria, how many devices?
say that quickly now. I mean, respond to that very quickly. How many devices are what?
Mr. Allah,
Have been connected so far
Okay,
in the Western world?
Solomon,
in the Western world, sir, of course, you know that we are trying to adapt the technology into our society. It's new in our society, but there in the Western world, it has been predominant devices. So we can say that out of 100, we can say that we have 60 to 70 people who are operating on that platform already. So in the Western world, that we are trying to see how we can work closely to close the gap. They are doing well. There are so much devices, millions or thousands of millions of devices that have been connected through Internet of Things.
okay, thank you. Good answer. Gbeleyi, are we satisfied in some form with that answer? Are we satisfied?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's move on to the next presenter. That's in the listing. Who is presenting next? Okay, Busayo, you have the floor to make your presentation.
Okay, sir. Now, I want to talk about the Internet of Things. Now, on slide 3, where I have the definition of Internet of Things. Internet of
Yes.
Things is a system of interrelated computing devices, digital machines, people that are provided with unique identifiers and the ability to transfer data over
Yes.
to human or human to computer interaction. Now, which means that the following define the Internet of Things: the computing devices.
So, do we have your slide? Do we have your PPT file? I'm trying to look for your PPT file. Busayo, did you submit a PPT file?
Yes, sir. Exactly, sir. Exactly. I
Ye-
submitted it this evening.
Okay, that's fine. I've just found it and I'm loading it. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
That is okay, sir. Now, and the app over a network without human-to-human interaction or human-to-computer interaction. Now, the Internet of Things is also expected to offer advanced connectivity and services that goes beyond machine-to-machine communications. Now, on slide 4, we have key features of Internet of Things. We have the artificial intelligence. Now, one of the key features of Internet of Things is to virtually make anything smart, meaning it enhances every aspect of life. Artificial intelligence algorithm and network. Now, we also have connectivity. Now, connectivity, IoT provides enabling technology for networking and specifically IoT networking.
Yes.
Network provider. So, which means that they can only exist on a much smaller and cheaper scale. So, which means that IoT creates network between system and its devices. We also have sensors. Now, which helps in capturing data. They act as instruments to connect to the internet and to provide information to help people make relevant decisions. And we also have the active engagement. IoT provides a platform for active content, people to take part, active content or service on a service engagement.
Now on slide 5, advantages of IoT. Now, IoT has several advantages. One, you have the technology optimization. Now, IoT helps use and aid improvement in technology. Now, we also have the reduce waste. Now, for instance, now IoT can help reduce the uses of paper books towards tablet and laptop with all the necessary effective management of resources. Now, lastly, we have enhanced data collection. IoT helps to handle the storage, retrieval, and update of data items, records, and files. They provide of data. Now let's move to slide 6, where we have the disadvantages of IoT. Now, one of the issues battling with IoT is one, security. One of the challenges in IoT is that it provides little security control, and this leaves user exposed to various kind of threats. Now, secondly, we have privacy issue. It provides little privacy because of the way it is designed and complexity. And because of this complexity, some find the design too complex for use. Then lastly, we have compliance. Now, there are so many rules and regulations that is adhered to this compliance. They have so many rules and regulations.
Can you call it compliance rather than compliance? Compliance, to comply.
Compliance, sir.
Compliance, not compliance. Compliance.
Compliance.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
So the compliance has to do with so many rules and regulations that is being attached. It makes it difficult for users to actually comprehend IoT as that is the Internet of Things. Now we also have, let's move to item, that's slide 7. The impact of Internet of Things in education delivery. Now we need to understand that the impact of IoT in education rely on 4 pillars, like this Abam has said. Now these 4 pillars are one, people, process. Sector must understand how people connect to the internet to increase their learning and apply this knowledge. Now, presently, people connect to the internet using multiple devices and social networks. Now, 10 years from now, using connecting to the internet. But one thing is very certain is that through such channels, people will be hyper-connected to increase their learning. Then, secondly, the process. The process plays an important role in how people.
2 more minutes, man. 2 more minutes.
With the correct process, connection becomes relevant and value is added because the right information is delivered to make the right decision. Now, process also plays a very vital key in tracking and the use of virtual learning environments. Purchasing of educational books, connecting people, data, and things requires efficient process to enable people to make better decisions. Then we also have data. Now, one of the key drivers for IoT is connecting any devices to make them more efficient is dependent on the access, the storage, and the processing of data.
You have 1 more minute. 1 more minute.
Okay, sir. Now, must collect data from multiple sources and store it in any storage medium for further processing. Then, lastly, things. Things are physical. They are physical items and people through sensors. Sensors give things a voice by actually capturing the data. Sensors help to provide information to help people and machine make valuable decisions. For instance,
okay, your time is up. Your time is up, Busayo. You have some few more slides. What the university should do, and you have your references. Let us applaud Busayo for a job well done. Can we? Yeah. You know, we've had 2 presentations now, 3 presentations, and I kept underlining the technique. Look, the last 3 slides of Busayo are where the action is. You know, the things about Internet of Things and educational development in the next 10 years. You have just been wasting your time, in quotes now, on all these other elements of the pillars. They are necessary, but you see, you missed out the next 2 slides. For the others who are presenting, please ensure that you put your emphasis or your slant on the meat of your presentation. This topic is about Internet of Things and education and where we will be in the next 10 years. You are still busy talking about the theory and all of that. But on the whole, I think you have done very well. So let's take some questions for Busayo. Lawal, Abam, Jerry, Ugoke.
Sir, I have just only one question, sir.
Yeah, that's too slow. Next time, please just be quick. I'm not going to waste time waiting for a wait time of 1 hour when I call your name. So make sure you come up very quickly with your question. I've passed you now. Next time, please just wake up in the class. Yes, Ugokwe. Bileyi, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Sir, when you were presenting, you were trying to really.
Yes, Bileyi, you are listening.
On slide 10, I just want Mr. Busayo to just elaborate on what he meant by auto-generating the content. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So, Busayo, over to you. Auto-generating the content. What do you mean by that?
Now, auto-generating content, that is generating content without human intervention. That is the devices generate by itself, sir. That is the meaning of auto-generating content.
Okay, that is fine. My question will be on where do you think, that's the same question I've been asking the others. You are masters in computer science education, and the focus of this Internet of Things class is on where we're going to be in the next 10 years. So I don't have that in any of your slides. So now you tell us, where do you think we are now with regard to all this connectivity of the things, and where you think in 10 years we will be? We will be like about 10% connected of all things, 20%, 30%, and all of that. So, Busayo.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Presently, sir, if you under Internet of Things, I think they have been presently in use now. We do make use of them virtually in every aspect. So I think sir,
Yeah.
I think we would have gone at least a reasonable far within a space of that 10 years, sir, with the Internet of Things.
Thank you very much. You have not answered my question, definitely. Bileyi, can you answer that question, please? Bileyi.
Presently, in terms of percentage, I think
Exactly. That's what I asked you. You must look. I'm training you people. No, don't worry, Busayo. You have missed the goal. I kept training you people. When you ask a question, 2 plus 2, say it is 4. What percentage? And I gave you the thing, 10%, 20%, and you are just still roaming around. So, mind you, I will not spare you in this class because, don't worry, Busayo, don't worry yourself. I'm not going to spare you in this class because the idea is to burn you really hot so that you become fine gold when you finish with this class. So, Bileyi, give me the answer.
Presently, we are 10 years from Africa's perspective. I think we will be 40%.
Okay, so in 10 years, we'll be 40% in achieving Internet of Things as relates to education. Thank you. So let's take on the next presentation. Let's load Lawal's presentation on, let's see what his presentation is. Lawal, do we have the title of your presentation on the slides? Do we? Yeah, it's not answering me now. Yeah. I don't have it because you don't have the title of your presentation. You don't have a title. We said it should be contemporary developments in computer hardware for laptop and mobile phone devices. That should be part of the title of your presentation. But anyway, please go on. Okay, connectivity is bad for Ademola Lawal, so I'm not continuing with you, Lawal. wake up with your connectivity. Who else is ready for another one? You got to submit two copies of your presentations, not the slides this time, but the Microsoft Word version, because I'm going to put this as part of the package, the portfolio for the external examiner. So, how many topics do you all have each? I think about 5, is it not? How many do we have? I think about 5 anyway. So, let's take on the next one. Yeah, okay, fine. Solomon, you are ready? Solomon, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, let's see what you are presenting on now on contemporary developments. Let me try to grab the file. Yes. So we have your file. Uh, again, Solomon, your this is not a PowerPoint file or slides. They are so poorly done. I'm ashamed of you because PowerPoint files are supposed to have maybe 1 or 2 or 3 lines, sentences. Now you've just copied and pasted. Listen to me, my friend. You've just copied and pasted this thing. You are not an undergraduate. My undergraduate class will not do this. Now you are a master's level student, and you are not ordinary master's level student, computer science education. So this is not acceptable at all. But for the purpose of this, we are going to allow you to present. So, Solomon, you have the floor.
So I will correct myself, sir.
Yes, I'm sure. Please go on.
So, yeah,
Go on,
thank
Solomon.
you very much, sir. I want to talk about contemporary issue for mobile and laptops. I start by looking at what is an hardware. And I'm saying that an hardware refers to all physical components of a computer. And there I move over to
Yes.
when you want to get the computer hardware, you are going to look out for some things.
Yes.
And some of those things are 4 that I've listed here.
Okay.
The first one is the speed and architecture of its processor or central processing unit. How much RAM that is random access memory that the computer has, its graphic system, and its internal hard disk drive speed and capacity. You can also, which many users look out for, is specification of its internet connectivity. So people look at all these things before they could go ahead to buy a computer hardware.
Okay.
As it concerns laptops and mobile devices.
Okay.
Now you also look at processor speed and architecture. When we say processor speed and architecture, what are we talking about?
Can you be guiding us, Solomon, as to the slides? I've said it over and over again. Please let us know which slide you are. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am in slide 2.
Okay.
I am in slide 2.
Okay.
Now, there we talk about processor speed. We are talking about the clock speed by which the processor runs. And this is measured in gigahertz, with the fastest modern processor.
Yeah.
With 7 gigahertz. Yeah. So with that, somebody can know that, okay, this processor, this system I'm using can give me what I want to get at that point in time that I
Yes.
look at the higher, the fact that
you have just 4 more minutes.
Like that,
Solomon, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You have just 4 more minutes. I've trained you people. You know how to move. You are looking at contemporary developments. You are not, we're in the master's class. You are not going to, you are not, no, listen. No, listen, my friend. You are not now going to be telling us in the master's class. You are not teaching all these roadside people about what clock speed is. We are much above that. Your focus should be on where we are. What's the current development in terms of these elements that you have picked out? Say you picked out hard disk drive or solid state drive. You have picked out processor. Give us the contemporary, the latest development. So it's not for you to be telling us what clock speed is, what this thing is, and all of that. So please move very quickly. You have 3 more minutes, Solomon.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I am at
Yes.
in this slide 6. I look at output devices as it regards to the laptops that we are using.
I'm sorry, which slide do you say you are?
The current laptop that we are using. We have
Which slide are you, Solomon?
and we
Which
measure
slide?
that through that.
Which slide? Slide number what?
We have names given to those various output monitor. I say slide 6.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you.
Slide 6. Number 6. Slide number 6.
Yes, good.
Yeah. So we have different names given to output screens that we are using. We have a DSP, which is a thin film transistor. We have OLED, organic light emitter diode. We have LCD, which is a liquid crystal display. So those are some of these things that we use. Then I look at connection technology, which is one of the that when we talk about hardware, the range of connection technologies used to plug different input, outputs, and storage devices in a computer. And the following listed them here. We have USB ports, we have VGA, we have parallel ports, we have firewall ports, we have eSATA ports. All those are the ports that we use for connectivity.
Yes.
And when we say mobile device, we are referring to handheld computers or devices that we use that are small, that we carry up and all over the places.
Okay.
That we use to do one learning or carrying out a contemporary activity. Then in these devices, we have flat screen display. On them, we have numeric keypads. We have alphanumeric.
Okay.
To be able to operate them adequately. Then from there, I look at, it said number 8. I'm still on slide number 8.
Yes.
I look at device mobility that can be viewed in different contexts, and the contexts are physical dimension and weight, where or not the device is mobile or some kind of host to which it.
Okay.
What kind of host device can be bound to? How, those are questions that arises. How devices are attached to a host when the mobility occurs.
2 more minutes.
Together or in mind when we are using a mobile device. Then we also look at some other areas that are important. Notification options, power, CPU, memory, communication, serial port, and storage card slot. That's number 10. I'm going to number 11, sir.
Yeah.
The laptop hardware architecture was displayed here. And as it is, the parts have been listed down here, and it's well vivid. The first one is internal hardware that we don't see unless you open it. Then we have external hardware. Then we have internal, optional parts, Bluetooth card, modem. The one we call network wireless cable.
Yes.
Disable optional. That's a drive, D drive, DVD, Blu-ray, and all those memory card readers that are internal. So finally, sir, I am in.
Yes.
There we talk about features of latest laptop devices.
Yep.
In that features, we are looking at
1 more minute.
Battery life.
Go ahead.
Battery life. That meaning there is a technology now ongoing, that they are trying to produce batteries that can take our laptops if we are working with them from morning till night without them going off. Have new storage and memory technologies that is on, and that is where we have the SSD, solid state drive. That is the newest among all technology in terms of storage.
Correct.
Make computation to be very fast and very profitable compared to before now. And we don't talk about damages as we used to encounter.
Yeah. Okay, now round up. I know that's your last slide.
Computing.
Yes.
Technologies are looking at they are looking at a situation where they will limit connectivity in the motherboard with the use of wires. And that is what is ongoing also. A lot of research has been on this very future, that they want to limit those wires connection in the motherboard. That is what is.
Okay, thank you very much, Solomon. Your time is up. Can we applaud Solomon for a job very well done? Well done. Your slides, as I said, will need to be improved upon, and so as to cut down on the time that we need to reflect on this. You see, the Solomon, your last slide, is actually where the heart of the matter is. I talk about the meat. The title is Contemporary Developments in Hardware, in laptop computers, in mobile devices. So when I saw, I'll just tell you now, when I saw one of your slides, I think it would be yes. I don't know the slide number. You talk about hard drive speed and capacity. And say today, 20 gigabytes is an absolute minimum hard drive size for a new computer running Windows 7. So you can see that you say today, that's today, what day do we have? 6th of June, 2017, you say Windows 7. So you are a little bit far back in your rendition, and maybe you just copied and pasted this from one very old article. So the heart of the matter here, as I said, is what are the things that are current? If you walked into Computer Village in Ikeja today, what are the things that you will see? And what look beyond that to say the next 5 years? Contemporary. Contemporary means what's new. So please, next time any of you will be presenting on, always remember what your topic is. Contemporary development. Your last slide, Solomon, is super. But that's where you should have anchored, you should have expanded your presentation. In fact, that one should take each of those areas, each of those things that you listed, she would have taken one slide. So you look at 6 slides. Even if those are the 6 slides that you presented, that will have given you, full marks. So let's go across the class to see who has a question for Solomon. Ademola Lawal, any question for him? Ademola Lawal, do you have question for Solomon? None. Busayo.
Just like what he said.
Sir, I have.
Busayo, you have the floor. Jeremiah, you have the floor.
Sir. Okay, I don't have any question now, sir.
Okay. You know why you don't have any question? I'm sure you are not opening his slides. I'm sure you are not opening his slides. The slides are the set. Tell me the truth. Are you opening the slides? Are you following through with the slides? Ugoku, any question?
Yes, I follow through.
Okay, can I ask you what we have on slide number 4? Let me just ask you now. Slide number 4, what do you have there? What do you have on slide number 4? Yes.
Sir, I'm not on the slide currently because
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Please, next class. No, listen. Next class, please all ensure that when somebody is presenting and it says slide number 10, you move to slide number 10. I've told you that don't use your handheld device. That is not going to help you. Have we agreed on that before, class? Yes?
Okay, sir.
No. I'm asking the class. Bileyi, all of you. What did we say?
Sir.
What did we say? About what you should use when you come to class?
That we should not use our laptop.
Yeah, use your laptop so that it'll be easy for you to walk through with whoever is presenting. All right. Ugoke, any question for him?
I have been waiting till the end of the class so that I will explain. I'm having issues with this slide. I've been trying to open and it keeps sending me error messages. And there's something wrong with
Okay,
the
Bile,
time.
you any question for him? No, no problem. No problem. Bile, you any question
No,
for?
sir.
Okay, that's fine. So thank you very much. Is there any person who is ready for the next presentation? Let's take Lawal to present on contemporary issues. So you have the floor, Lawal. Please go on in 8 minutes.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the contemporary issues on hardware devices, on both the laptop and mobile devices. So let me quickly go to the third slide, sir.
Yes, we're there.
The third slide. I mentioned about the VR PCs on your head. This is a recent development
Yeah.
evolving where Dell, ASUS, and Acer and Lenovo, they have released mixed reality headsets which will allow users to interact with three-dimensional objects that pop up as floating images.
Yes.
So after using those pieces on the head, you can actually find yourself in an environment that is like a 3D representation of a floating image that are superimposed on the real life.
Yes.
Development
So
in,
VR is virtual reality. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, that's virtual reality, sir. So on the fourth slide, sir,
Yes.
I mentioned about story, where I said that most PCs makers are now offering 128 gigabytes solid state devices on their PC as default. So when you buy
Correct.
them in the default state, they have at least 128 gigabytes or 256 gigabytes solid state in the PCs by default.
Correct.
When I talked about talk to your PC is actually a voice control system where you can actually send commands to the computer. I think that is already ongoing. It's already
Yes.
that is relevant, or I can say that is popular right now.
Good.
So I now further elaborate that there's a feud between Apple series, Amazon Alexas, and Google Assistant, and the Microsoft.
Sorry, Ademo Lawal. It is not Google, though. It's Google. There are two O's there. Repeat it. It's Google. Yes. Yeah, your connection is getting somehow now. Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you. Yes. Go ahead.
Microsoft Windows have actually made some their speech recognition system that you can actually be very far from the system and still speak command.
Yes.
We'll just go by what you just said. Another one is AMD trying to ratchet up chip battle with Intel. As we all know, that Intel is kind of the king when it comes to producing processors.
Yeah, like
but
that.
AMDs are trying to kind of produce their own processors in such a way that it will be a very strong competitors with that of Intel. So I talked about AMD's new Ryzen PC processor, which will reach the PCs by next year to be very
good.
With the Intel.
Okay.
AMD claims that Ryzen will be forced at a smart PC, which by 30%. So the business will force it gaming speed.
Okay.
With Xbox and the PlayStations because they require a very strong processor. So they'll first of all test run it on the gaming PCs.
3 minutes more.
Mainstream laptops and the desktops.
3 minutes more.
That's in this year. 5, which is going to be taken over from the Bluetooth 4.2. So Bluetooth 5 will actually be very stronger and have a reasonable range between 120 meters without no hindrance. So there's an improvement in our Bluetooth device.
Yes.
So there's this innovation of Bluetooth 5. Then again, we're having
yeah. Yeah, there's some loss of sound there. Yeah, it's better. Go ahead, yes. Go ahead. Yeah, here you are talking about the screens and you're talking about Lenovo's Yoga 910. I have a Yoga 910 and I want to confirm how wonderful that machine is. It has a 1 terabyte solid state drive. It has cost me an arm and a leg. but technology is wonderful. So yeah, so you're talking about the next slide because of the challenge you have with your sound, so connectivity. I'm sure I'm going on to finalize this presentation for you. But anytime you
Sure.
are able to, yeah, go ahead. If you can jump in now, go ahead. New storage and memory technologies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I stopped at the beautiful space and the 4K and HDR.
No, go on to your new storage and memory technologies because we have 2 more minutes.
Okay, so now I move on to the next slide where I talked about new storage and memory technology.
Sure.
So I said Intel Optane is actually a kind of technology that is kind of a memory that they are trying to incorporate RAM and real memory together. So we can actually have our memories on our RAM at the same time. So that's a kind of improvement in terms of memory technology.
Good. Excellent.
I've actually swapped our
yeah, go on to get your keyboard. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
So they are now trying to improve on the keyboard. Now we can have touch input buttons, all these app buttons. It's like a touch that we can actually just touch the keyboard. I think with that, because we are now used to mobile phones that also have a screen type of a keyboard, we can actually immediately. So that's the kind of change when it comes to the keyboard aspect. So now I talked about some ports that won't go away easily. That's I talked about the USB 2.0 which could not PC makers will not be able to remove that easily because it has a lot of functions actually. So there's not much development on the USB ports. Now I want to move on to the phone trends. The phone trends I talked about the next slide.
Yes.
Can now have it. You can actually find the new designs in the recent Samsung S8 where we have their screen in such a way that it's kind of bent, has a curvy side and
good
materials that they're using to build all these our phones because they are trying to make it more stronger, though flexible, in such a way that to be able to be shock resistant to an extent.
Good. Next slide, faster chips. Go on to faster chips.
Into our mobile phones. The next one I talk about is the faster chips.
Yes, go ahead.
Right now.
Yeah.
So,
yes, go ahead. No, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So now another one is faster LTE. Now.
Yeah.
Got a very serious boost in our recent phones, like the Galaxy S7 and the iPhone 7.
Good.
Which can download data over the LTE network at the maximum speed of 600 mega.
Okay, now Ademola, go on to your last 2 slides. Ademola, can you go on to the last 2 slides? You can see USB-C, you can see wireless audio, quicker charging, device smarts. You talked about Bluetooth 5 earlier, but this is for mobile phones. You talked about the storage and taking a glance at the future 1 to 2 years from now, that the mobiles will become uglier, but they will withstand a lot of bashing. And 3 to 5 years from now, 6 to 10 years from now, 10 to 15 years from now, and 20 to 30 years from now. May God keep us till 30 years from now so that we'll see what Ademola is predicting for us. Can we applaud Ademola Lawal for a job very, 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 very well done? See, you have earned an A grade in this presentation because that's the way to go. We asked about contemporary developments. We're not asking for you to now be telling us that the microprocessor has this, is divided into this. You went straight for the jugular of this thing. You went straight to it. And you gave us very rich insight into where we are in mobile hardware and laptop hardware. I'm so highly impressed with this presentation. So let's take questions very quickly, and we're going to close the class today on that. And that will be, we'll then shift our meeting till tomorrow at 8 p.m. So, Gbele, any quick question for him?
Thank you very much, sir. I just want Mr. Ademola Mora to quickly explain, is there any similarity between the USB-C and USB Type-C?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Don't worry yourself. It's the same. USB-C or USB Type C. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. I've answered the question for him. Yes, Ugoke.
My question is should we be worried about anything as we are going to this technological advancement? As we are going forward in this technological advancement, is this something we should be worried about?
Very good. Very good question. Just note that I will call on you, Demalawa. Yes, Jeremiah Adeleye. Any question? Go ahead.
I want to know the movement between the Internet of Things and all these features that we are seeing that he has highlighted
Excellent.
on phones and laptops.
Very good question. Busayo, no, he has.
Both of them can help each other to grow.
Very good question. I'm repeating that. Yes, Busayo.
Sir, I just have a question.
My friend, you have started again. I know you have a question, so you just go ahead. Look, listen. You are very amusing. No, wait now. I asked you, Busayo, you have a question. You don't need to now repeat. I have a question. You go ahead and ask your question. You know, in this class, I'm doing a number of things. I'm training you people for the world out there. I'm training you people that you train in Lagos State University. That was part of your training. And then when you go out there and you talk, they will know that you are properly trained. I mean, you cannot just say you have a question and say, and you're now repeating that. So anyway, go ahead and give us a question.
Which I just want to ask him if he knows anything about.
Yes,
An
about.
integral processor, which is currently running the mobile processor.
Okay, Solomon, any question for him? Okay, so Demola Lawal, you have the floor to answer the very, very wonderful questions that your classmates have asked you.
No, sir, I don't have a question, sir.
I've passed. That's gone. Yes, Demola Lawal, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Okay, I want to answer Jerry's question. The recent trends that we have is going to actually help the kind of development that we are, the kind of our Internet of Things actually, because it's actually getting more flexible and easy. Development like the faster processor on our handheld devices. It will actually save us the stress of carrying our laptops up and down. When we actually have phones that can work at the rate of we are going to find ourselves in such a way that in all applications that at any time you can find yourself on the internet and get anything that you want. And I want to answer Busayomi's question.
Yes.
The processor changes that we have are actually they are increasing the number of processors that we have on motherboard, and this is kind of increasing the rate at which those phones can actually work. They are working at a very fast time, and they can also perform a lot of tasks at a short period of time. So, and on the question,
yes,
because change is constant, is something that we have to actually adapt to. And again, these changes are actually bringing some sort of relaxation, should I put at ease, some sort of ease.
Yeah.
Right. With the language, yes, actually. So we should embrace it and try to get some sort of familiarity with it.
Okay. I don't think you have answered Gbele's question, but Ugoke's question is very pertinent. Is there anything we should be worried about? Is there anything that we now have this new gadgetry coming up, and we are saying yes, they are assisting us to do work, to do our everyday activities in a more efficient manner, but aren't we worried about a few things? So that's what she is saying, and we need to reflect on that. So let me thank you all for attending to this class, the 6th of June 2017. and to look forward to our meeting tomorrow. Please do not forget to send in your papers, your PowerPoint slides before 7 p.m. so that members of the class and I will have had the opportunity of going through. Yeah, so that we'll be able to make a very meaningful contribution. Remember also that you should use your laptop. That's what I'm using now, so that you can follow the trend in the slides that the presenter is putting forward. I'm very proud of your class, and I wish you a very nice evening. I'd like to thank Bileyi for the leadership in the captain of the class, and I look forward to meeting tomorrow.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, and good night
Observation, sir.
to observation. Bileyi, yes.
Sir, based on what you said, that I just want us as a group, as a class,
Yes.
our document 2-3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
2-3 hours ahead.
Okay, 2-3 hours ahead. That will be better. For tomorrow we still have 24 hours, so I'm sure you have been preparing your materials for tomorrow's class, the 7th of June, 2017. So please send your materials early enough, and let your PowerPoint slides be really good. With not like Solomon. Solomon has promised us that he will improve on it. So until tomorrow, class, it is bye bye now.
Bye-bye, sir.
Good night. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.